and then we'll get to the studio thing.
Alright, just making sure we are live. I'm just making sure everything is going properly.
Alrighty.
YouTube is being an asshole. There we go. Yep, everything's good. Alright,
Studio Joe, or
You guys don't have like a green room or anything that you do that? You just go live?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we're pretty low quality. Well, we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, and then we don't give two shits. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the link for the thing right now.
Sit down.
oh wow. Here, let me help you out.
All right, we're good whenever you're good.
All right.
You have that is you have very misspelled my name, but that's okay.
I'll fix it later in editing.
All right.
You mean I will?
One of us will fix it later in editing.
This is called Brony down the street. Okay.
Okay, yeah, everyone's coming through fine. We're good. God, that fucking took forever.
You want me to go ahead and introduce us all?
Well, actually, I had a very fun introduction planned out for this one.
Okay, go ahead.
You can all hear me, right? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Today on Brony Down the Street podcast, we have a chart-topping hit. Slaughter Stallion! Well, StallionSlaughter if you want to call him that, but we're all lazy and we all call him StallionSlaughter.
Yep.
With his #1 hit, wait, shit, I actually forgot the name of the fucking album.
You talking about Equestrian Diabolic?
No, the other one.
My Little Putrefaction?
Yeah! My Little Putrefaction.
Okay.
Surprisingly, over 5K hits. That's pretty good for you. Not as great as we've had, but hey, you're starting.
Where the heck are you at, Blaze?
What?
Where's you at?
I am showing the people the glorious StallionSlaughter's page on YouTube, which you can find him at in the description once it's done. You can blame Alan if it's not done.
Heyo, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there, don't worry.
And that being said, we're gonna hop in finally.
Yep. So we could get this interview started. Hello everyone, I'm Alan. This is the co-host. And Blaze is obviously the one who's the main host. Hope everyone's having a grand old time. Because I think we sure are. Hopefully. I'm having a good time though.
I mean... I don't know if our boy's having a good time, but he should be.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
I forgot there's actual sound to this.
You forgot there's sound in this game.
Yeah, I usually don't have it. There we go.
Oh
Alright.
God, yeah. I forget how funny it is. Like, I've turned it off so many times.
I forget there's sound.
I forget it too sometimes.
Alright, I'm approaching the docks.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get to the docks. Go ahead and invite us into a, here I am.
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
remember you.
Yes, you do. I mean, you should.
Wait, the party, now where's the other one?
Hey, go to the ship in my house.
Okay.
Right here. Yeah. And we'll get to the dock so he can let you in. He's the one with the pink and green looking one. Peppermint flitter. Right there.
Okay.
Alright, dear Lord. It's been freaking too long since I've done this.
Just click on the phone and then say add to party. That's gonna be
There we
hard
go.
to click on me with all these people.
I already clicked on you.
These people. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Said you did. Didn't tell me.
Alright, well, fine. I'll do it
Was it
again.
being,
Here.
yeah, I think it was being dumb.
Okay, will you accept the thing?
Hold on. Maybe.
Maybe it's because you're in
I
your
might
own.
leave a party. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
that'd be the answer.
Leave party. Confirm leave. Now try.
God damn it. Alright, first things first, add our guest, and then we'll add you. Alright, there we
There we
go.
go.
Fuck
Now we can go
off.
back on the top.
Okay.
Fuck off, Google. Go away.
Google's always annoying. Now we could go inside.
Alright, to the studio.
Yep.
It's dark, so we're going inside.
Please, sit wherever you want to like to sit.
It's dark, so we're going inside.
Yeah.
God, you already got here.
Yep.
Dear Lord. Wait, what one is it to sit? Shit, I haven't done this with my actual keyboard. God.
Number 2. It should be on the screen on the bottom of your screen.
Alright,
It's
there.
usually number
We're
1
good,
through
we're good, we're
0.
good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Alright. Would you like to start us off with today's first question, Blaze?
No, because I'm still figuring shit out.
Oh, I get
Good.
the setup is all right. It's like a podcast booth.
Yes.
Like microphones. That's funny. Okay, that's neat.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start today's question. StallionSlaughter, what got you into the fandom, actually?
I've been a fan of ponies for a very, very long time. Since I was like a very little kid. They ran reruns of My Little Pony Tales in like 1997.
God, you're old.
Yes, exactly. And I watched that, and I was very impressed with it. Something about it just stuck with me, and I've been a huge fan of ponies ever since. And then one day, I don't know, probably around 2014 or something like that, I knew that there was a new ponies, but I didn't really like partake in it or like watch it or anything like that. I was very busy at the time.
For shame. For shame.
True. Yes. So I was busy having a kid and that kind of crap. So
Yes.
once I got to the point,
Understandable.
once I got to the point where I felt like I could, just sit around and watch ponies and not have to deal with, grown-up responsibilities, then I ended up watching the new ponies, and it was banger. I really enjoyed it, and I've been kind of hooked on it ever since.
Screw grown-up
That's cool.
Screw grown-up responsibilities. Watch ponies all the time.
Correct. Yeah.
Says you, you young child.
Excuse you. Excuse you. I'm
How old are you?
turning 21.
21. Jesus Christ.
I'm 23, but I've already hit dadhood. Christ.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Your dadhood semi counts.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, Anyway,
It's yeah.
do you want to do the next question?
Sure. What was your favorite, song to work on?
My favorite song to work on? Oh
Mhm.
my god. It'd probably be one of the covers. Honestly, the original songs are fun and everything, but I think that the covers are a lot of fun. Trying to manipulate different words and recreate some of my favorite artists and whatever. I think, well, no, I guess the only logical solution was the most fun one. I liked that one a lot because I incorporated like electronic elements for the first time in any song in that one. The electronic elements didn't make the cut in the album version, but in the self-produced version I made like 2-3 years ago or something like that, that was it had, you know, keys like keyboards, weird like type of shit, and yeah, and so that was a lot of fun. Just that kind of experimentation. I don't think I had nearly as much fun. Other than that, I think maybe it's just recency bias, but the cover of Angry Mob or Danger Danger from the new My Little Pony movie, I think is probably was more fun than I've had in a while. Especially because I streamed the whole thing. I streamed making it from start to finish.
Yeah, I did some research. I did like maybe 5 minutes of research before this. So
Yeah.
All right. I have a similar question, but about basically polar opposite of the question. What was your least favorite song to work on?
The least favorite song, I guess, technically, are we talking about one that got finished? Because the ones that I'm not having fun with,
like either finished or something that you just did not like, even if it got popular or was used on YouTube. I just thought this question would be kind of interesting because you are a musical instrumentalist, so it makes sense to ask the question.
I think that I would probably have to go with. That's a really difficult question because if I didn't have fun with it, I usually would just kind of quit, and I wouldn't work on it anymore. And yeah, because if things are not working out, then I usually just quit it and don't actually finish.
I guess I should rephrase the question because since you don't have a song that you made posted out that you don't like. My question to you is there a song that you made that you did like at the time, but now that you look back at it, you don't like it because either the way it sounds or something else?
Or don't like it as much.
There's a lot of those. Basically anything that's older than about 5 years. Well, no, actually, every year I end up hating all the songs that I did the year before that.
Really?
Because every time I will incorporate new things, like I'll get some new piece of equipment, not necessarily like whatever. It's like when I got Bias Effects 2 for guitar, when I stopped using freeware for my guitar tone and I started using Bias Effects, the quality in guitars is just so incredibly different that I'm not really able to go back and listen to my old songs and enjoy them because it's just like, oh my god, this is just crap. I think the worst one though, the absolute worst one would have to be, I did a cover of a Disturbed song, and I think I called it Taking Marks, but the name of the original song was breaking plates or some shit like that, smashing plates, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But that Disturbed song was garbage. Like that was, I was super proud of it at the time, and it's probably the worst song I think I've ever done.
Hit your number 1 or 2 button so that way you don't disappear on a screen.
Oh my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see Z, that means your character might disappear if you're not careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I really like that are very old. I think that the Battlefield, I did a song called Battlefield, which was a cover of Miley Cyrus. Well, it's a parody of Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball.
Oh dear lord.
Battlefield.
We've seen a bunch of those.
Yeah, that was the game. It was about the game Battlefield, and it was. I was really proud of that one, and I think that one still stands. Like I think it's okay. I think my most proud one from like really old, I think would be Pinky's Welcome Song. It's only like 30 seconds long, but I had a lot of fun with that one.
I've heard
30 seconds, not bad.
even
I'll have to listen
talking
that.
to Forever Free and such. He really everybody really likes doing the Pinky stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially that one. That one was really, really high energy. Had a really fun. It had a really complex bass line. It wasn't like
Mhm.
following the guitars. It kind of danced around a lot, and it was a lot of fun. I've had like
Sounds
my
like it would
family-
give you a lot of punk party vibes.
Yeah, kind of
Sounds
like
like
that.
it.
I kind of went for more of like a deathcore vibe with it though. It starts out like just like a straight across rock, like punk rock cover, and then it breaks down and has
Mhm.
a super deathcore feel to it. It was a lot of fun, and it's got what is it called? Sound effects or samples from the show and everything. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds. I used to do. Me and him both used to do have our hat. Fucking hell, I can't talk. We used to do our own musical thing back in the day. I used to be a DJ, and I forgot what
I
the
used to be
hell.
a drummer.
Yeah. So playing with
Yeah.
all those samples and things brings me back to the days of some of my old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that for my guitars because I couldn't figure out how to do sample stuff.
Yeah.
So I had to figure that out for him. Yeah, that brings us back a little bit.
Man, I was 13 when I was doing that shit.
I think I was like in my early teen years. I think I was not even like 12.
Jesus.
Doing it. Oh god.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we're.
I don't think I got into ponies until I was like 25.
I did. I will admit this very proudly. I am a first run G4, meaning I was there for like season 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
I'm
technically
a-
there, but I
like
didn't
G4.
watch. Well, no, I guess I wasn't there. I did not watch I did not watch it from the beginning. I do remember being on the internet and seeing the phenomenon that was the first season of Gen 4 Ponies, where suddenly, all over the internet, no matter where you were seeing ponies.
Mhm.
And it seemed like such a forced meme that I was really resistant to it, and I didn't watch. It kind of reminds me of how, like in Brony circles, the way Bluey is. Feels like a forced meme, where it might be that good, but it's just everywhere, and I feel like if I go watch it right now, it'll be overhyped, and I won't enjoy it.
Mhm.
The fuck who's Bluey?
Bluey, the Australian dogs cartoon.
Oh. Huh. My
They're like
my niece
square
and
dogs.
nephew really likes that show. It confuses me.
Is it? Is that the new version
The
of Blue's
reason,
Clues?
No.
It's it's a Australian TV show based
Fucking
on
hell.
two dogs and two parents trying to raise the two dogs from without them getting in trouble. It's a little weird.
Speaking of
Um,
speaking of kid shows, did you know that Bob the Builder is now British and Canadian?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's super weird watching it now.
a British multi-builder. Can't we fix it?
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
so
that I
weird.
partook in a lot of. I actually don't do children's media that much. I think Ponies is probably the only exception, and it's probably because there's an element of nostalgia to it.
Mhm.
Where I watched
Yeah.
Ponies a lot when I was a kid because I grew up with 5 sisters. So if I was going to be watching, if I wanted to be like included in what everybody else was doing, then I had to watch Ponies or.
And
or
I
Barbie.
I think that's where a lot of mine came from because I grew up watching like Care Bears and stuff like that from my mom, so I learned very
Yeah.
quick like, well, shit, this probably is going to be the route that I go down. So that's
Yeah.
probably why I had started watching it as well. That
I
and
can't
I
think of
kinda
any
grew up
other
on random
kids
books.
media that I really enjoyed. I think Ponies might be the only one. Like I didn't branch off into other things like
not even cartoons.
no, like Steven Universe. A lot of these things that have overlap. Pokemon, that kind of shit.
Mhm.
I guess if you consider maybe like Zootopia, I watched Zootopia quite a bit.
It was a good movie.
It was an okay movie.
But other than that, I mean, I really like cartoons and everything, but I don't really think that I've never been involved in like fandoms.
Oh, nah.
Not in any way. Not
yeah.
any. Well, furries. I guess if furries count, then
Furries are a
Yeah,
dominant.
the furry fandom.
They're a scourge on humanity.
well,
Hey,
furries
hey,
and bronies
hey, you're talking to one?
same thing.
You shut up. You,
Yes,
you.
thank you. Yes, thank you. It's just a new coat of paint.
It is not. This is not
Yes,
paint.
it is. It
This is
knows.
not painting a 93 Bel. Wait, shit. Sorry,
We're
60.
both
This is not a
people who
63
like,
Bel Air with.
realistic characters, and we're both people who just enjoy making characters for fun.
This
And
is-
we're
this
part
is
of a
n-
fandom. We're part of a non-humanal fandom. So yes,
All
we
of the
are just
elements
in a.
are there. Yeah.
This is
it's
not-
all there. It's just a different coat of paint.
This is not taking the back off of a fucking 2020 Camaro, throwing a truck bed on it, and calling it a 2020 El Camino.
Oh,
This is
right.
not the same.
You know, right?
You shut up.
Right.
Furries are scary.
I am a furry. You forget this.
Yes, half of our community is fucking furries.
It's
You're
yeah.
welcome.
It's basically the same thing. I mean, if you, it's like animal centric.
If you logically break it
cartoon.
down
I-
without bias, yes, it is very simple.
I will give them that if they can afford a $3,000 fursuit and replace it every year.
They
Then
they can afford a $10 pipe bomb.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't piss off a furry.
Fuck you, furries.
They can afford it. Shut up.
It's just funny to me that like I used to go to furry meets around Tulsa, and it was always really funny to me how many furries were like, the bronies are super fucking creepy while they're wearing like, their big old onesie and their diaper and their fucking binky, and they're like, the bronies are just weird and creepy, and I'm like, dog, you cannot be this fucking serious. There's no way you have no self-awareness.
I find this hilarious. See, okay, so I want to point this out because this is kind of fucking hilarious. So when some general people think of furries, they think of the creepiest thing they can think of,
Mhm.
and same thing goes for bronies, and that's what like some people do, and it's because of weird people, like the weird people who get into those fandoms. Even the fandoms themselves disassociate with them.
Mhm.
And I believe you
Like-
both know about people that it's been in this fandom totally disassociate from. Let me
You
tell
mean
this same thing with the fandom? And
you
it's funny
mean
as
like
hell.
the fucking people who associate who
No,
like
no need. We might get the stream shut down if
Fuck
we.
them. No, fuck that shit.
But yeah, like you get my point though, and we both
fucking
know what it is. Yeah.
Ah.
It's so fucked up. But yeah, you get my point. We disassociate.
Okay,
from those
okay,
kind of people.
okay. But have you ever had those?
You can't really though. The weirdos are usually tend to be a sort of staple that kind of holds everything together. I mean, I know that they're weirdos.
Well, not like not the good weirdos. We're talking about the weird weirdos.
Like the
You know
people
what I'm
into the diaper
Yeah.
fetishes and shit.
saying?
I mean-
or the crazy killer sociopath. motherfucker.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Like
is there
those kind of
really-
people.
Is there a
Yes.
whole like section
Yes.
of
In
fandom
almost
that
every fandom, yes, there is.
Yeah, it gets bad. It gets
It's
bad.
bad. It gets worse every year. I swear.
there
but,
might be a weirdo out there that does something, but I don't think that there's like a sizable portion of the fandom that's just like, hey, let's go
No,
kill
no, no,
people
no,
or
no.
whatever. I'm confused.
No,
I'm
it's not a sizable thing, but it's a small bit of the community, but it's that small bit because of how crazy they are.
It's-
They
oh.
stick out like a sore thumb.
It's like the
I have
scary.
no idea how we got onto this from
I don't-
baby fur people.
I don't know. It tends to happen.
Because like the baby
It
fur
does.
people aren't like bad or whatever. I would consider that sociopathic serial killers to probably be bad people. So I'm not really sure if it's related. Does that make sense?
No. What we were, what I think I was trying to get at was, like, Yeah, those kind of people, I don't think the furry fandom would associate themselves with those kind of people.
They're
Well, like,
just
the majority of them wouldn't.
I think most people
Yeah.
wouldn't, probably. Most people
there
would
are
not.
just some
Yeah.
weird fucking people out there, man.
I mean, yeah, that is just, ugh.
That is true. That is true. But I think that being weird is kind of cool sometimes. It depends.
Oh, very much so. We're all weird, especially all of us in the call. I'm
Sure.
weird because I'm a big, tall, muscular dude who likes ponies. What do you think?
You're-
What do you think? Yeah.
You're weird.
I
You're
can
weird
put
for
that
other
just
reasons
weird.
too. You're weird for other
I know I
reasons.
am. Says
Some of them scare me.
Yes, very much so. It should. Anyway, but yeah, we're all weird in our own way, and it's a good thing. I do
Yeah.
have a question, and that is, what did you ever decide to go to like BronyCons and stuff like that? And when you
Yeah.
did, what was your first BronyCon you went to?
I went to the very last one. That's my first one.
Really?
Yeah, the only BronyCon I went to was the last one. The only other PonyCon that I went to was Nightmare Nights. And I gotta admit, the furries smell better. I like the furry.
Oh my god.
They seem to shower more often, and I like them better.
Screw you. I shower.
I love that because I want to point this out. It's funny because it's always memed that they don't shower, but they're the nicest
And-
smelling ones.
And they shove fucking hamsters up their assholes.
Don't get me wrong, the furries are not.
I
Yeah, the
think that was
furries are
that one
weird.
guy.
Don't get me wrong, the furries are weird and gross and whatever, and I get that, but that's fine. Just the weirdo like basement dwellers that just like. sit
Oh yes,
on
we
their
have
computer
those as
and,
well.
Like,
I will
yeah,
admit we do
sit
have
on their
those.
all day. Those people are far and few between in the furry fandom now. The furry fandom is full of like normies now. It's almost exclusively normies, which is a catch-22. It kind of sucks, but it's also like awesome at the same time that you get a better looking, better smelling, just a better crowd altogether. But then you have, the occasional weirdo. But they also tend to be kind of judgmental and kind of,
Yeah.
normies. They come with the normie drama.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that with the Brony fandom as well, where people either return to the fandom or have like better understanding of the world. I'm like very new to the fandom. I've only been in this fandom for like a year, 2 years now.
I've never left. I will never leave, probably.
Yeah.
And I want to say this, like, personally, this fandom kind of saved me, and
Oh,
I've met so
it-
many nice, good people.
It's done the same thing for me. Well, the show at least saved me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just liked colorful ponies. Well, I don't know. It was just kind of like a fun thing. It wasn't like anything really profound. It was just a thing that I.
We're over here having a sad backstory and all that, and you're just like, fuck it. I like colorful ponies. Look at the pretty colors.
Yeah, look at the pretty colors.
Yes, we will give you shit. Get used to it. I mean, we may give you shit, but we'll at least stand up for you.
Right.
Okay. Do you have a question, Blaze?
Yes, I do. Who's been your favorite? Okay.
What?
You can fuck off, computer. I was in the.
No, his computer's doing a thing.
It just made a big fucking noise in my face. I'm like, fuck off. I'm like,
Continue a question.
Alright, so you say you know a lot, like, at least some of the other individuals in the community, like Forever Free and so on. Who's been your favorite person to get to know so far?
Oh Jesus, that's a very difficult question. I don't want to like single anybody out and.
No! Single someone out.
No, I don't want to have
We
anybody.
always ask the difficult
No, I
questions.
thought he was
We
my
always-
bestest friend or some shit like that.
Nope.
Um,
We cause
This
drama.
is just a question. No need to. This is just normal questions. No need for anyone in the comments or anyone in general to be fussing about it. This is just asking
Alright.
questions.
I think
Yeah.
I really think that Soul Strings is probably one of the chillest people I've ever talked to. I
Mhm.
really like that guy a lot. He co-hosts the slaughtering stream every week with me, and he's really cool. Um, geez, I think Divin MX is probably one of my favorite musicians that I talk to infrequently, but he's a really cool guy. I think that his music is really good, and I like talking to him. Let's see here. I met up with him at Furry Week in Atlanta, which was super chill, very briefly, but God, there's not really much else other than that. I don't really have a super close relationship with people over the internet. I think that I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to say there.
Okay. I have a question. Who is the funnest person to work with when making a song, or if any?
Oh, geez. I really probably should have just sat down and thought about all this kind of stuff. But
You should have.
Did you haven't watched any of our previous podcasts, have you?
no, I haven't.
Ah.
I watched the one that you sent me. I want to just watch the
At
one.
least,
Fail.
At the very least,
Epic fail.
You should have at least prepared yourself. At the very least, you should have prepared yourself.
I mean, to be fair, I memorized all these questions, so.
So Divin MX was also part of the first Mayhem, and I think the first Mayhem was probably the most fun I've had in a very long time. And that was, I played on stage with like Asuch, and he goes by Chef Boyar Nigga now. I can't. We called him Sam. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Chef Boyard nigger.
Sounds like a Chef Boyard nigga. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh
It's
god,
small
that's too funny.
PP McGee at Chef Boyard Nigga on Twitter, and
What the
he
fuck?
is super fucking cool.
What?
And he made the Mayhem Fest at the last BronyCon, and he was really super chill. My girlfriend really likes him. We went and hung out at the bar and everything like that, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, Sam is like the coolest person." So, I think when you're talking about working with Bronies, I think that sort of kind of a collab. It was all him. He put it together. All he did was put a bass guitar in my hands, and then I played with him. But playing his songs and then the covers of his songs, and so on stage with Alsuch and Divin MX, and Whirlwind.
I mean, you did still work with him.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun project I think anyone has ever put together, that I was a part of, and yeah, it all came together based pretty much solely because I can't remember what he used to go by. He used a different name back then. He wasn't Chef Boyar Nigga back then, but
Still a funny name.
yeah, that's who he is now, and yeah, it all came together because of him, and it was an incredible night. Just it was super fucking fun,
Mhm.
really really good.
Got really quiet.
That's pretty much all I have to say about that. I don't really.
Let's see here. I don't. So I haven't seen none of your stuff, but I have a question to you, and that is, out of, and this is for, because I think I've asked this question a few times, but not that many, and that is, to the people out on YouTube, who is someone you watch and probably would recommend to someone other than yourself? And the reason I ask this is because I hope to see some people who just recommend some like normal people.
I watch Practical Engineering.
Oh man.
See?
Are you guys watching your stream and monitoring audio?
Monitoring audio, no, but watching it, yes. Do I need
We
to...
don't have to worry about monitoring the audio because it's usually all fine.
Why did
Is,
it?
where
Did it
you-
cut
I
out?
don't know if it's just my end. I'll try a different video, but hang on. I'll try a different video. Maybe it's just whatever. I just pulled it up to see if chat was doing anything.
Could be.
Okay, hold on. I'm checking the audio right now.
Yeah, your audio is.
Did you remember to post your thing on Twitter? No, not Twitter.
The audio is fine. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, this time.
All right. Well then, anyway. What was the question again? Oh, what was it?
Like, what is a YouTuber besides yourself you would recommend to watch for somebody else to watch?
The only YouTuber that I watch super like every single video that ever comes out ever is Bo of the Fifth Column. I really like that guy, and that's pretty much the only YouTuber that I religiously watch constantly. As soon as a video comes out, his videos are like 6 to 10 minutes long. I will drop everything I'm doing and watch his 6 to 10 minute long video. And yeah, but he does politics and like
You said that so cautiously. He does politics.
yeah, he does
Yeah.
like he does political content, and a lot of it is a focus on the really esoteric stuff that really nobody else is watching. He kind of prides himself on being the guy that is not going along with everybody else. So, for instance, if everyone is saying a particular thing, he's not going to make a video that says the same thing as everybody else, specifically because everybody else is saying it, so he doesn't feel he needs to contribute to the conversation.
So polar opposite for more stuff.
No,
That sounds interesting.
not polar opposite. It's not. It's like, I guess for like a non-contentious example, if you were to say Starlight Glimmer is cute, let's say that there are like 40 people on Twitter right now that say Starlight Glimmer is cute, right?
She's adorable.
Saying this sentence, right? If we were to say this, and then you were to make a video and you were to say Starlight Glimmer is adorable, and you were to give the reasons why, and it were just slightly different from everybody else, you're still saying basically the same thing as everyone else.
Same
But
thing,
you're putting
but-
your own spin on it in a way that is different, and you're not just. Yeah, you're not just part of this wall of noise that's all saying the same thing. He's very not NPC-like, if that makes any sense. He also
Makes sense.
the way he does his videos, he doesn't include context. So if you're not paying attention to like the news,
Current events.
you're not gonna understand what he's saying. And so watching his videos, and whenever he says certain things, again, he's not including context. You just have to be paying attention in order to understand what he's talking about. It kind of makes me feel smart to be like, oh, he said this thing, and I know what he's talking about, and that makes me feel smart. So there's sort of like a masturbation aspect to watching the Fifth Column videos.
That's a weird way to say it.
Or like when, okay, no, it's like when, okay, you remember when you and me were playing Fallout 76 and we went past the water sanitation area, and I was like, I know what this is! I can tell you all about it, I know what it is, I'm so smart!
Yeah, that's right. While you were blabbering on about it, I was the bad guy.
Shut up, I like civil engineering.
You ran away like a little coward.
Shut up, I was talking engineering. Oh, if you ever want to, you could join our Fallout 76, team.
Like, or our gaming videos. We do a few here and there.
Yeah. If you're interested.
On both of our respective channels. Yeah. And that goes to anyone out in the channel, out in the...
As long as you're not no fucking creep.
What?
Yeah, no creepers.
Yeah, I play Fallout every once in a while. I haven't done the new one yet. I've been putting it off for this weekend. I'm probably going to dive into the pit.
Okay, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. What is your favorite Fallout? Be careful with this question. Be careful with your answer. There's only one true answer. There's only one true answer, and Alan's answer is wrong.
It's not It's not Fallout New Vegas. It's not.
Wrong answer.
I really was. I was okay with New Vegas. It was all right. I put a lot of hours into. I have played every single Fallout game. And
Okay.
except for Brotherhood of
Same
Steel.
here.
I haven't played Brotherhood of Steel. But oh god, I think it's a toss-up between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, to be honest.
I will take your Fallout 3 as an acceptable answer.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Fallout 3
Fallout
a lot.
4. He does not like Fallout 4.
I really enjoyed that game.
I enjoy it.
I did too.
I enjoy it, but storyline-wise, it fucking sucks.
Well, that depends on what route you go anyway.
Every fucking storyline, okay. It takes you...
No, you haven't even went down the true route yet. Where you have to make all the factions not hate each other. And
That is such a pain in the ass.
It is, but it has a really good story.
It is such a fucking pain in the
And
ass.
it's the true ending as well. Hence its name, the true ending.
It is
Yeah,
such
I
a...
loved that ending.
I liked. I think if I were to rank them, I'd put it like Fallout 4 on top. I think Fallout 4 is probably my favorite one.
Graphically, and...
Well, obviously, I mean, because it's one of the
Graphically and
Fallout
engine-wise,
Yeah.
it's there.
And oh my god,
Lore-wise-
so good. The lore was just, it was super cool. I thought it was so neat. It raised so many cool questions about
and answered a
if
few
you-
things too.
If you come at it like a philosophical type of question, where if you have a computer that becomes self-aware and the computer is sort of independent in that way, does the computer stop being property and begin its own journey? Like, is it life, you know?
Yes.
And I thought it was pretty interesting. They tried to do the same thing with a Ryan Reynolds movie called Ready Player One. I didn't finish that movie because it was really boring, but not Ready Player One.
it got really good
What
at
am I
the
talking
end.
about?
No...
New Guy or
yeah,
Free
whatever.
Guy, something like that.
Free Guy.
Free guy.
Yeah.
Free guy.
Free
Yeah.
Guy's the movie I was talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, I know what you were talking about.
Yeah, I would.
Ready
Player One was actually really good.
Fallout 3 was super good.
I
don't
lo-
understand why.
My two favorites... Alan knows this extremely well. My two favorites are, obviously... I joined the bandwagon, and there's a good reason for that. I am a New Vegas is top
Oh,
tier.
yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But there's a good reason for that. It was, for the quality of game it is, and everything that was added, it was only made in like 24 months. That's a really short time for a game.
Of all of the
Yup.
Fallout games I've ever played, I think New Vegas was the buggiest one.
I've never
where
had
it
an
was-
issue.
Oh, for sure.
It was all
For
well.
sure.
I played it on
Almost every single bit
Xbox.
of story.
Yeah, I played it on an Xbox, and Fallout New Vegas was almost unplayable.
I've never had that issue.
But
I had loads of
fun
fucking
fact
problems.
with New Vegas. Well, fun fact with New Vegas, you can glitch it so much to the point where you can just skip every single story mission.
Yeah.
And get to the final boss guy and kill him,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of end it in a weird story.
But in the
How
way
that works.
in the words of Todd Howard, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Right.
Uh,
It was fun. I liked New Vegas. I just did not find myself attached to it the same way that I did with Fallout 3 or
Fallout
4.
3 is amazing. Bethesda did
Fallout
an
3, the
amazing
thing I
job.
feel like it gets overlooked. Actually,
It's an unsung legend, yes, I agree.
well, that, but also the problem that people have with Fallout 3 is the DC ruins were like confusing and
Mhm.
frustrating, and I thought that was the best part.
I
a lot
love
of-
it.
I actually didn't have that much trouble with it, and to be honest, Fallout 3 was okay, but I still like 4 better, in my opinion, because I got the commercial when it came out, and I was like, ooh, I want to get it, because it looks neat. And
I think
yeah, that's just
we're-
my opinion.
We're
Mhm.
also forgetting that Fallout is responsible for creating the GOAT, the absolute greatest of all time mobile games of all time, period. like bar none, Fallout Shelter is the greatest mobile game of all time. Period. There is no mobile game that is better than Fallout Shelter.
I love that you say that because I'm
would sound
addicted
old.
to that game.
Okay, I would sound old, but I would say you're wrong, but only because I play a lot of the grandfather games, and there happens to be a mobile version of Tetris and Pac-Man, and I play that fucking non-stop, and I sound so old because
You are.
but I love
You're.
it.
Shut up, geezer.
Shut up, youngster.
Hey, at least I can
I'm
get
like
out of bed in the
10 years
morning.
older than both of you.
Yeah, shut up, old man.
There.
But yes, Fallout Shelter was the greatest mobile game of all time. I think that when you're talking about, because Fallout 4, I think one of the major problems that people have with Fallout 4 is that it was kind of like a looter shooter, which speaks to me. I really like looter shooters, like The Division, Ghost Recon.
A lot of
like
Tom
Fire
Clancy
Emblem.
games.
Yeah. The Ubisoft looter shooter is like a really big thing for me. I really like that, and Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 are like just kind of online looter shooters, and I really like those. Fallout 3 was really good for, my introduction to the Fallout series, so that might be part of what colors my perception of the Fallout games. I've gone back and played the isometric Fallout games, and those are really fun. Very fucking frustrating. It's a huge learning curve that you have to. If you don't play tabletop games, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not really going to be able to access it. But I played through the isometric ones, and that was a lot of fun. Very worth it. But yeah, I think we've exhausted about all you can say about Fallout.
It's great, and
Oh, yeah.
No matter what game you play, as long as you're having fun and you pay your respects to our Lord and Savior Todd Howard, you should be okay.
Have you played? Speaking of games, have you played a Maritime Bay Adventure?
No.
I have it on my wish list, but I watched somebody play it all the way through, and it actually looks entertaining, but I have two problems with it. And these are actually problems a lot of people have, but I have one problem that I don't think most people popped up. One is that they kind of expect you to, like when you do and jump obstacles in that game, it kind of puts you in a certain, it makes you go a certain direction.
Yes.
Which,
I only encountered that
for me,
once.
is a kind of a throw off.
I only encountered that one time with the umbrellas. We had to jump from umbrella to umbrella, and it kind of takes
A
control.
lot of people have experienced that, and that I do have a problem with. But then my other problem is that it should probably have more freedom, as it were, to explore the world a lot better. Because certain places kind of get locked off after a certain point, and then there's this is the new variation of Equestria. You gotta think about it. Like, a lot of people would want to see it. They would want to probably see the new areas that come together with it. And that's my.
I didn't even know this thing. I didn't even know this fucking game existed. So now I have to go find it.
I did
It's
a
actually
playthrough of
a few bucks on Steam.
Oh, it's finally another MLP game on Steam besides fucking Delirium. Fuck that
I
game.
got it. I got it the day that it launched, but then I sat around and just played it on stream. And I played it all the way through, and even screwing around and not just trying to beat the game, I still only got 2 hours worth out of it. Once you finish 2 hours worth, it's pretty much a done deal. Going through and collecting all the stars and all that kind of stuff. If I was better at herding bunnies, I would have, done them 100%. But around 2 hours is basically all you're going to get out of it. So I don't know how much it was. At launch, it was $30. I don't know how much it is now.
It was on summer sale, so it went down to 15.
Oh, it's not bad. I'll probably pick that up soon.
Yeah,
And then
I
we'll
almost
play it
got-
on stream.
I think I got 100%.
You wanna-
Oh, no, I didn't get all the what's it called? I didn't get all the achievements. and I don't know why. There's an achievement that I should have gotten, but it just didn't unlock for some reason. But I got really, really close to unlocking all the achievements. Because you only have to collect
I wanted to say this.
100 of the magic thingamajigs in order to unlock like 100% for that.
I want to say this. There's a guy who played this game and he speed ran it like 15 times, and he has the world record, which is 17 minutes.
Yeah.
He beat the
I
entire
think the
game
world-
100% 17 minutes.
I'm pretty sure the world record right now is 12 minutes.
Damn. Okay,
because
so I'm beat him then.
Yeah, this was recently, like 3 or 4 days ago. Because when I played it on stream, I was like, oh, well, I wonder if this could like speed run or whatever the fuck. And somebody told me that, oh no, they do it in like 12 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, well then, fuck that. I'm not gonna.
Fuck, I have a hard enough time speedrunning Fallout.
Dude, the fact I speedran like a few games, but the thing is, the game I think took the longest to try to speedrun, especially how broken my keyboard was kind of at the time, was fucking Lego Batman. For some
Oh
weird
dear
reason.
God.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just had
it
flat.
was so weird.
I just had flashbacks to us playing that and having so much fucking issue.
Oh yeah, cause, oof.
Oh
Yeah, when I
my.
played a Maritime Bay Adventure, there was I'm just not interested enough in that game to what's it called, to fucking like no life it to the point where I can speedrun it. I just, yeah, it wasn't that good of a game. It was good, and it was cool. I didn't experience any bugs or anything like that to my knowledge. But yeah.
Besides the
Little
achievement
2 hour
one.
Yeah, that was really stupid. I can't remember which one it was, but there was an achievement I didn't unlock, and it says that it's hidden, so I can't see exactly what it was. But I remember looking it up to seeing what the achievement was, and I definitely should have got it, so I don't understand but what I did wrong, but that's the only bug, I guess. But that wasn't like a play.
I think that's a Steam bug. Sometimes if
Mhm.
you restart your computer during that time, or if it gets fixed, it'll pop up in your thing and then it'll say you got flat.
Oh,
It's
speaking
not
of
a thing.
speaking of Steam bugs, I don't know if I told you, Alan, you remember that bug I had with Fallout 4 and not having the DLC?
Yeah, I remember. You said
It fixed!
It fixed?
And now I have the
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah, his DLC disappeared.
Yeah, like, I bought it. I didn't buy it as, like, the Game of the Year edition, which I should have. I should always buy the GOAT edition. Or whatever.
He bought it
Greatest-
separately.
Yeah, I bought it separately, which don't ever do. Just buy the fucking whole package.
Yeah.
And so I bought it all separately, so it doesn't register in the game as that I have it. But if you look in the source code, like me, I run mods and shit through my shit, so I go through Vortex and Nexus. And in Nexus, you can actually see that the plugins are enabled, and yeah, it's a big long fucking process.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it, and I really enjoyed it. But you know, I probably won't go back to it. That particular Steam game. I play Fallout 76 infrequently. I went through probably a 2-month period where I was just like no-lifing that shit. Where I would get off work and I would go play Fallout 76, and I was just trying to get all the best builds. I've got my Secret Service armor and all that other
Holy
stuff.
shit.
I'm not a, yeah, I'm
We're
not,
still like way fucking. He's farther ahead than I am because I actually fucking don't play it 24/7.
I play it a little bit, and I'm an elemental build.
I'm a very perception and agility. Yeah, I'm very perception based.
He's a VATS build.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm an elemental build.
I'm a VATS and perception build.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. I don't know if you got it, but I got the service rifle skin for the handmade rifle.
Yeah, it looks really nice. He really loves it.
Oh my god, do I love that gun.
It's his baby. It's his baby.
Is the elemental build, is that like what, like mutations?
To explain it in No, no, no. To explain it simply is, there's guns that have elemental effects on them and so on, like fire, ice, poison, so on and so forth. I have
Legendaries.
every single one of those guns. Yeah, I have every single one of those guns, and I'm also classified as a tank.
And a melee.
So I have all these big guns, and I can deal some heavy damage to you really quickly.
He's our distraction. He is our distraction. Let's put it that way.
I got you.
I give you for instance, I give you a status effect. You would probably have like some sort of weird effect, like poison, or you could probably get like you're on fire, or you're probably getting cryoed, or you got like
this is
radiation or something. I have that's all of my weapons. I have every single weapon that could give you an effect. I have that, and I'm spec'd into all of them. So my fire tick damage is 58 ticks per second, which each tick does 80 damage. So 58 ticks every second. So that's like almost couple thousand damage for every second. So if I like spray you for 3 seconds, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. I do. Right now, I'm doing a heavy guns build, but I am building up a shotgun build. That's what I'm working on.
In real life, I have a small platoon that I work with, and I'm the designated marksman in that. I'm the marksman for that. I'm the marksman in real life, and I'm a marksman in the game. So that's usually what I build myself for. Is I'm the scout of our team.
I used to around hazards all the time, so I built myself around elements.
That's the only reason. Play the game, I guess.
We're weird. We try and put our real life abilities and take them and put them in the game and build ourselves around that. We're weird.
Okay. I can respect that. I think I used to do stuff like that when I used to play like kind of like quasi RPG games like Fallout. Then I would build one that was like me, and I'm like role playing the character as if I was. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way those games are.
My inner child and do that kind of stuff again because that was I just.
Well, come play with us then.
Yeah, that's always good.
We literally. I'm gonna weed out all the fucking people who don't fucking contact us or any of that anymore, and we'll just have another group chat for it.
The only.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The only time I ever interact with players in Fallout 76 is usually to give them things when I have like a surplus of certain items. But other than that, I really don't like play with people. So.
Nope, you're playing with us.
I usually just I don't do anything.
Nope. It's not what you signed up for, but this is happening.
There was one thing that when it came to Fallout games, when Fallout 76 was coming out, I was super trepidatious about its release because there was not at any point during any Fallout game I had ever played where I was like, you know what this needs? Other people. And like
I was the same way. Ask Alan. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to touch the fucking game.
He didn't want to touch it. I'll tell you one thing. I really, like, when it came out, I was skeptical about it too, but my grandpa it told me this, and I always stick with it. Try everything once, no matter what it is, whether it be food, a video game, a movie, whatever. Try it once and see if you like it. And always trust your gut. Don't trust your head, because sometimes it messes with you. Always trust your gut.
I will always. I try everything once and twice if I like it. That's pretty much how I roll.
Well, too bad. You're joining our crew.
To be fair, and the reason I even played the game was because I was a beta tester for it, and I played it when it was in beta, when it was in closed beta. No one could get in except for the actual beta testers, and I was checking out the building mechanics in the game, like how Fallout 4 had it, and I was checking out the building mechanics.
I hate that shit.
At the time, it was a lot better than it was now. because it had like a click system where you could set it on and off, where you have like click borders, so everything was seamless, or non-click borders where you can put anything anywhere that you wanted.
Yeah.
Which was really, really nice. And I think the only in the like, you guys were probably glad you didn't do this. So in beta, every single creature only gave you 1 XP. Doesn't matter what it was. If you killed it, it only gave you 1 XP. It was so not worth it leveling up. It was so everybody was just trying all the features and stuff. I had one guy. He was testing, like, he was nearby, so he was testing the bomb mechanics where it would spawn in a boss, and he glitched it out, and he ran at my house that I was messing around with, trying to fix it up to test out the mechanics, and he led an entire group of Scorched Beast Queens of 15 of these motherfuckers coming right on into my house, and exploded it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Have you guys ever watched Mike Burnfire?
No.
You need to.
Nope.
You seriously need to. It is some of the funniest shit ever. Just you're doing yourself a favor at this point. Go look it up. And watch their new Vegas playthrough. It is fucking hilarious.
Send me a link.
Oh, I will.
To them later. Yeah. I do have a few questions. This is more of like a personal questions for you, and that is, what gave you the idea for your OC, if anything?
Pretty colors.
It's funny because Floor Tom, the blue one, is supposed to be me, right? So like,
yes, I can see
supposed
that.
to be- right. So I'm bald and I have a beard and I have a drum as my cutie mark. So that's supposed to be me. But then I started doing. I would do ask shit for Tumblr.
Oh,
so
God.
I created more. Yeah, I used to do that. Where I had Shining Seashell was the vocalist. Floor Tom was the drummer, and then you had Peppermint Flitter was the guitarist. And Peppermint Flitter was the crowd favorite, so I just kind of stuck with that one. I just kind of went along with that. Where Peppermint Flitter was just like this kind of sociopathic, like murderer pony that everybody seemed to like.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, where it was
Yeah.
kind of the pony version of like Hannibal Lecter, where she liked to fucking.
Oh damn!
Yeah, that was
What the
kind of
fuck?
the idea. Yeah.
Pony Lecter. Damn.
And for some reason, people really liked that, and it just kind of stuck with it, and I've just been kind of going with it ever since.
That I was not expecting. Were you expecting that?
No, not from cute ponies such as that. No.
I know, right? It looks too cute.
That's probably
It's like
the
Cozy Glow all over again. It's like
fucking
Cozy Glow
hell.
all
I
over
hate
again.
her.
That was kind of the point. Was when I started doing ponies. When I was a little kid, there was a back in the 40s, you know, in the late 1900s, so to speak. There was a video store that we used to go to that was attached to a grocery store. So my mom would go grocery shopping, and then she would let us kids loose in this video store. And every Sunday, they would have 50-cent rentals. So you could get any movies you want. You can get 4 of them for 50 cents. And so we'd go into this video store.
Wait, how fucking old are you?
Yeah, I know. See, as long as it wasn't a new release. New releases where you get videos, like actual VHS tapes. Those were like $3, which was like a lot of money back then.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking how old you are.
I was born in 1990.
You were born in 1990. Damn, you're 8 years older than I am, and I'm 23.
Fuck.
So,
But the way you were talking about it, it made you sound like you were born in... Holy fuck.
he's in his 30s.
Yes.
I mean, I know I figured that, but you're like, yeah, these were, back in my day, videos were like 50 cents. I'm like, what the fuck? like, what fucking podunk?
And
I'm like,
It's funny because I grew up like you, kinda. I grew up
Netflix used
when I was a
and-
kid. I went to the arcade all the time.
I was like, what fucking podunk town are you from? Jesus.
I'm from Slick, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you are from a podunk town.
Yes, Slick, Oklahoma. I want to say at last census had 130 people in it.
Oh my god, you are a You're a backwoods motherfucking town.
Correct.
How many people are missing? How many people are missing teeth in your town?
I don't know. Everybody was.
I think that's
pretty
more of a
well-maintained.
southern thing. Didn't even know where.
I'm making fun of his town. Let me have my fun.
I know you is.
So so yeah, we would go and we'd get the videos for 50 cents. And one genre of videos that were never really popular, so they were always very abundant, was horror movies. Stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street, Pumpkinhead, Triffids, that kind of shit.
Nightmare
And
on Elm
so-
Street was pretty good, and Pumpkinhead was okay.
Yeah, so I used to watch those movies a lot. It was a lot of like 80s horror movies that you could get 4 of them for 50 cents. So we'd take our 2 quarters in and we would go get these movies, and then I would watch these horror movies all week. And it's kind of like a ritual where once a week we'd go and we'd get these horror movies. And so I've always been a really big fan of the horror genre. So when I got into ponies, most recently, like when I was in 2014, 2015, I liked to incorporate horror movie stuff with My Little Pony. And this was a horribly unpopular idea, which is just kind of the reason why I'm not, I would assume that I'm not a super popular figure, is because I have a tendency to be extremely edgy in a way that's not really congruent with the Brony fandom, so to speak. The Brony fandom tends to be very...
It really depends on the genre of horror that you're pronouncing. It really does depend, because there's a lot of people who are popular because of this genre, and it is popular in the Brony fandom nowadays, and it was kinda at the beginning as well. But I just want to say this, it really does depend on what type of horror you're trying to pronounce and how you're trying to pronounce it. It really all depends on that.
Well, because we're using a little bit of a selection bias here, because the more popular ones, if you think about all of the very popular My Little Pony media, you're going to have a lot of very cutesy, kid-friendly stuff like that song Discord, or the artists that are always kind of safe. Maybe they do some risque, like
You haven't
questionable
been to the
stuff.
dark side of the fandom yet, then.
No, I'm very familiar with it. My thing, what I'm trying to say is that those people aren't usually extremely popular in a way that lasts.
Yeah.
But then whenever you would have horror stuff, you're talking about like creepypastas, for instance, Cupcakes or Rainbow Factory and things like that. Those are just like 2. I don't think that you could name very many, because there aren't. Like, there aren't very many.
Yeah, there is a lot.
Last
actually.
letter to you.
I
There's
know
a
that
lot.
there's a lot. My
We'll
point
link
is
you
that-
We'll link you a bunch later. But like I get what you're talking about. But like, yeah.
I know what
it's
exists.
getting a lot more popular, especially nowadays.
Right, I know what exists, but you're not going to have because Cupcakes and Rainbow Factory, these were 2 creepypasta, or even Fallout Equestria. These like 3 basically are just about it. They span across the whole fandom. Like, everybody knows this, but everything else
Okay.
tends to be kind of niche.
I hate to do this, but I gotta end soon. My fucking shit's going on here, and I gotta end soon. So, do you mind?
Is
Do
something
you,
going on?
yes, I'll talk to you guys later about it. But do you mind coming
Okay,
back
well,
like tomorrow?
So you want to go ahead and do this a 2-parter?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that?
All right.
Stallion?
My schedule's
Well,
wide
let's end
open.
off with a final question, I guess. Well, let's end with the final question. And today's final question is, how, like, as a creator of music,
Mm-hmm.
what was an instrument that you loved to use in your? That's probably in almost all your songs, but it always changes, or something like. What was a favorite instrument that you kind of just use all the time? Is basically what I'm saying.
Drums. The drum samples, drums, because I don't actually record drums. I used to,
Mm-hmm.
but I started off recording drums. I got more and more microphones to record better quality drums, and then over time I transitioned into samples. Then I was using freeware. I was using a MIDI controller. Then I got Contact, which was a MIDI controller, and then I got Get Good Drums, and I've just the drums in general have probably gone over more transformation than anything else.
Mhm.
Vocals, I've been doing the same thing for pretty much the entire time, and then guitar, I started out using no amp sim, no cabinet, that kind of thing, and then like literally recording it off an amplifier, and then I had a setup that I was using freeware in order to get the tone that I wanted, and then I stuck with that tone for like 5 straight years, and then only recently have I upgraded to Bias Effects 2. I have a tone that I like, and I just stick with it. It's not like drums, where drums it's constantly evolving. I'm constantly doing something different, swapping out a sample, or having a different compression, or just drums. There's a lot of thought that goes into that more than anything else.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to end it
Yeah.
at this point. But
Sorry
thank you for
again.
popping up with us.
Yeah, we love having you on. We'd love to have you back. We're gonna have you back tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we can work it out,
Probably the same time.
probably.
I implore you to, when you get off stream, I implore you to listen back to the VOD, because I checked with people watching from the Discord server,
Mhm.
and they're telling me it sounds like a fly orgy.
I don't know.
audio-
I'll have to check and see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to check, because like we haven't experienced that, especially with.
And again, I'm using a different
I don't
setup than
know.
I usually do, so maybe that, and I'll see what I can
True.
tweak. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I am sorry for any weird things that happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You're fine. I am just.
Oh yeah, I understand, and I'm gonna try and figure it out.
It could
So
be like a combination of things. We'll figure it out by tomorrow. Thank you so much for popping in, and thank you so much for everyone that comes in with it. Came in and inside the chat, or if you did or not. And it's been an honor to talk to you, Stallion.
yeah,
And
And-
I hope to see you again tomorrow.
thanks for dealing with our
And all that.
bullshit. And yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
if I can get back to my actual computer, this will be so much better. Don't even worry about
yeah,
that.
very much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's because he's in a different setup. One of
Mhm.
us has probably the sound issue.
Yeah, and it may be my headset that I'm using. I'm using fucking earbuds, and they got a mic on it, and I'm using an actual mic. So who fucking knows?
Yeah, that probably might be it.
I don't
I
know.
did notice a few pops and clicks here and there from your mic. So
Yeah, it may be that.
probably
I don't. I'm gonna
That is
test
what I'm
thing.
hearing. That's what I'm hearing
Yeah.
on the VOD, is that popping and clicking that you're
Mhm.
talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna try and figure
my
it out.
setup is-
Like I said, this
yeah, my
is
setup my normal one.
this was last ditch. So
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll go
If
get.
you wanted it today, he's not even at his house.
Yeah, I'm literally like far ass away from my house. So I'm gonna go get another set of earbuds and headset, and hopefully that fixes it and shit. So hopefully we'll be good by next time, and I'll see what's going on. I'll run it back a couple times.
Okay.
But yeah.
But
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
well,
Again, we'll go ahead and end today.
yeah. All right. Well, everybody, I hope you had fun. If you're still watching, whatever. I got sound issues to figure. Out. Go check out our buddy StallionSlaughter. Amazing artist. Does some really cool stuff with the metal and deathcore and all of that. Has a really cool stream, and go check him out.
I have been Alan. He has been Blaze. We'll see you next time.